Rise, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here. We are back for another one of our monthly Patreon one-shots. This time, I am not in the GM seat, but our good friend El Profo is, and we are playing in his version of a Tales from the Loop / Things from the Flood over across the pond in Wrighton on Dunsmore. So with that, if you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do it is like these fine folks that you see here before you by joining us over on Patreon. Link in the description down below. While you're down there, click on that Discord link, join us in the Discord to be a part of the community, be a part of the conversation. And because, you know, we do stuff on YouTube, you know, smash a like button or subscribe or become a member. Do the things.
Do the thing.
Do a thing.
things.
Yeah, just do a thing.
And as always, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. One is when that bar fills, Bravo does whatever he wants to us, which is bad most of the time. And two, every single dollar that goes in that bar goes back to this channel for all kinds of things like mortgages and new overlays and fun games that I might play soon and make G mad because she's sleeping. And without further ado, I will turn things over to Bravo to bring us to the 90s that never was, across the pond. Bring us in.
Well, the year is, once again, 1995. The place, England, the real one, except no imitations. To be specific, Warwickshire, home of William Shakespeare, of heavy metal, which you could say encompasses and includes sadistic, hypnotic nanny robots. You know, the jet engine, birthplace of Edward Alexander Crowley, infamous occultist and wickedest man in the world, a county of castles and country houses, rife with ghosts and ghouls, the locale of the infamous Spirit House, one of the most haunted places in the world. An idyllic English village, 5.5 miles from the sprawl of the British Motor City Coventry. It's like Detroit, but with classier cars. Sorry, America. Now the site of Infini-corp's urban renewal program and its top-secret British particle accelerator beneath the very streets of Coventry itself. Perhaps the worst-kept secret in the world. The primary one is rumoured to be around the sides of the Coventry Ring Road, the A4053. Unbeknownst to you, the second part of what is known as the double helix reactor has come online earlier this summer beneath your very feet. Welcome back to Wrighton, folks. Welcome home. And this episode is called Ghosts of the Grand, and it's dedicated to the memory of all the small little theatres and picture houses that are at risk everywhere. I came up with this idea when one of my absolute favourite cinemas, it was the oldest working one in the UK, was shuttered. And you know, in our world, the evil developers often win and put up flats and horrid abominations, but we're in Wrighton now, and sometimes the good guys win and the bad guys lose. So if you'd like to go around, introduce yourselves. It is the 25th of August, and you defeated the forces, well, many of you defeated the forces and purveyors of liquid filth only yesterday. It is a Saturday and the sun is shining. There is cricket to be played, and it is one of those great weekends when you don't have to get up for school on Monday still. Who'd like to go first?
I think I'll go first.
We Tommy, we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, she was out at an equestrian tournament yesterday, so she is none the wiser to what went on with the boys. But she is walking down the cobblestone street, because everywhere in England has cobblestone streets. And she is tall, blonde hair, blue-eyed, dressed very properly in like what do you call it? One of those school uniform coats and some jeans and a nice blouse underneath, and her hair is all neatly coiffed to pass inspection from her mother before she left. And she's heading to the local pub where the group has their hangout, and their hangout being their favorite table in the pub.
Mm-hmm. a fine thing to be doing on Saturday at any time. So it's
Mhm.
getting on for opening time, which was back in the day mid-morning, 11 o'clock or
Yeah.
thereabouts. And Tommy, you see posters all around the place of Save the Grand. Uh, it's I don't know how long have your folks lived in the village? Are they like lifers as well?
Yeah, lifers, yeah.
Yeah. So they have told you stories about like the dancers they used to throw at the Grand Theatre and in the sort of the multi-purpose space there, and that it was lovely, and it's one of those sort of bastions of history that should be preserved.
Mm. Maybe that's where they met.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That was one. That is literally on my list of ideas.
So
So yeah,
she's probably heard it nonstop, even though they don't spend a lot of time together
no.
anymore.
It is it is amongst on the lips of many of the village gossips that your parents seem to live very separate lives.
Yes. My mom spends more time with her martini glass, but she doesn't talk about it too much. So yeah, she might pluck off one of the paper flyers, and she looks at it and maybe her mom would want to know because she doesn't get out too
Yeah.
often nowadays. So she'll take it and she'll head into the pub and head to her table for their Saturday morning beer or ale, I should say.
Yeah.
Ale.
So yeah, Astrid is behind the bar. She is the ever present figure of goth publicans everywhere. They exist. And yeah, it's pretty much 5 after opening time. She says you're keen, aren't you? And
Nothing else to do
somehow,
around here, right?
suppose so. Well, unless we get that benefit gig together to save the grand, it's going to kick ass.
Well, here's hoping.
Yeah. Oh man. Tilly's coming back because we're going to put on. We're going to get like a reformed version of M&S and the department. It's going to be
Hmm.
good. You would know that was Emma's band in the 70s. Your former head teacher, and yes, so Astra's like, yeah. So what's it
And
gonna be?
the current crush of my mate Jamie,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Though you will probably know in village lore that that Emma is dating the dishy new doctor.
Really? This is a new development?
You're not quite sure. Give me a social roll to see how new a development
Okay.
this is.
Yeah, like contact.
Yeah, contact would be great.
0 successes. But can
But
I?
yeah, no, it's Emma, so it's very
Is
likely
this
that she'll be
doctor a
sleeping with you.
male?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that means
Uh,
there's still a chance. That's what she thinks because she's gonna help out her buddy Jamie. You
mhm.
know.
Bros.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. So who is it will be next to roll up to this public house of in its dingy low beams and perfect temperature the year round.
So Sean has Sean was intrigued by the events of yesterday, specifically the Orange Thunder cider.
Hmm.
And so he has been actually at I'm assuming Brighton has a library.
We got a bit. There's a bit of a library
Okay.
down the back of the village hall.
Okay. What he's actually looking for is recent newspapers, not only from the Coventry region, but basically, actually also from other areas of the UK, if we have them. He's just been looking for any mention of this orange thunder cider.
Yeah.
Hope it would be nice if it was associated with Infini-corp, but not necessarily. He just wants some kind of breadcrumb, or I guess in this case, apple slice, to go on to, because this has got his curiosity up.
Yeah. Also, evidence that he's not that the town isn't just going mad, and that it is mass hysteria.
Yeah. Because I mean, they were there, they saw it. So he's trying to put those pieces together. And I'd like to say that he actually, well, okay. Would you like me to narrate if he finds anything, or would you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, and I'll jump in and I'll tell you what you do. You're at the village hall, which is, a very central hubbub of activity. There are some new computers here and some slightly older ones that were donated by Bob Collins, who is your employer's grandfather. And they do the job. They have DSL here, and they have a sort of mini library, because Brighton's one of those villages that isn't quite big enough to justify a library. Carnegie didn't come through here when he built his library, so you have to get the bus or some form of transport into Coventry for the massive central library there. So yeah, you start researching, and do you want to give me an investigate? And I'll say with a +1, because I think there's bad from my paying attention to chat. Bad things are gonna happen at some point, or good things. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if there are networked computers available, then as fledgling as the internet is in '95, he's going to be. I mean, that's far more of the world than he's ever seen. So he's, if he can't find anything in the paper archives, he is all over. He is all over Netscape.
He's going to Alta Vista the ass off that.
2 successes.
Nice. Yeah. No. The only adverts you've been able to bring up that aren't online have been in the local papers.
Okay.
It seems to be some sort of regional soft launch. But with 2 successes, you can see Infini-corp's dirty paws all over it. You get yourself down a bit of a hacker's style tunnel with this, and you find the next thing that they are targeting.
Okay.
And it is the core of the community, its very self, the centre of the high street, the old Dunsmore Grand Theatre and Picture Palace. You've driven past it plenty of times, or walked past it, and it's been shuttered for years. What you find out is that the family behind one of the very big aviation companies in Coventry were based in Brighton. In fact, the funny thing is that company owned the factory you were at yesterday. They did used to own it. So it looks like Infini-corp are trying to buy up some of the former things of Pioneer Aviation. Whether that's a coincidence or whether it's not a coincidence. Pioneer may have been developing some sort of amazing next generation tech that's hidden somewhere. As the villagers, one of the village's resident tech experts, it makes you think that there is some sort of question. So it would perhaps be worth looking into the theatre.
Yep. Okay, so just so I have this right, the family behind Pioneer, which is one of the big aviation companies, it used to be they are based in Brighton or used to be based in Brighton?
Their main factory used to be based in Brighton. There was a merger at some point after the war with de Havilland or one of the other major aviation companies in bringing Frank Whittle's designs to life for the jet engine. So they needed bigger premises when they were just developing fixed wing.
And that main factory was the one that we were at yesterday, right? Okay. So in that case, I am going to send whatever I can find to the nice new high-speed dot matrix printer.
Yeah.
Toss, because at this point we're still paying by the page to print.
Yeah.
Toss however much it is.
It'll be maybe you stuck your hands in your jeans pocket and you find like a 5p piece.
Okay. Have I seen the signs about about the
Ducky had one in the window of the shop at work.
Okay. So you said this was at Wrighton Hall? Yes.
Where you're at now?
Yeah.
It's in the middle of the high street.
Okay.
It's not marked, but it is.
Okay,
because you see, it's above the shops. They have some retail units that are on the ground. In fact, there's a guy who's a good friend of Ducky's who operates his business there. His business is Mario the Leather Tailor, and he does all of the sort of alterations and repairs for a bunch of the local bikers.
Okay. So in that case, yeah, I think I'm gonna grab the printouts, and head over to the Blacksmith's Arms just to see if anyone's there, or to see if Astrid has heard anything more about the fundraiser.
Yeah.
I will not mention what I found to her.
Mm-hmm.
But if any of our gang are at our table, then that's and you see, Tommy, when Sean walks in, you see him kind of hustle in, and he's got that kind of crazy look in his eyes, like he's got a zillion things going through his mind at once.
Hey, Sean! You all right, mate?
Tommy! Where you been?
Yeah, I was at a show yesterday.
Oh yeah, how'd it go?
I got second place. Whatever.
Nice, mate.
Whatever color ribbon that is, I don't know. And she doesn't have a beer. She's got a cup of tea, like a proper lady.
Oh, it
smoking a cigarette.
Astrid, could I have one of those, please?
Yeah, tea, sure.
Thank you.
You want anything else? You can take apart the rear brake on my bike. Touchy.
Done. All right.
Always working.
Yeah.
All work, no play. You know what they say. So, what's with this look you got about your face here?
First of all work and no play gets me out of this little shithole. So let's keep that in mind.
True.
Gets me away from your father. Anyway, you went there. Yeah, you went there. So yesterday, it was me and Jamie and Derek and I don't remember. Oh, and Bobby.
Bob.
Bobby. Derek and
Bobby, my cousin Bobby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good for him.
Yeah,
You were hanging out with Bobby and Derek.
It was so Bobby was kind of hanging out with Jamie, and I was hanging out with Derek, and then our two worlds just kind of collided, and then this fucking weird thing happened with a nanny bot. It was going crazy. One of Infini-corp's new nanny bots.
Yeah, wasn't I there for that? Or was it something else?
Were you there for that?
Nanaganid, as we called it.
Oh yeah. But we went exploring, and the old Pioneer factory.
Yeah.
Turns out Infini-corp's bought that up, and you've heard I'm assuming there's some kind of sign for Orange Thunder Cider or something in the arms, or
Hmm.
did we get?
No, that is not. You
Okay.
remember how violently opposed Ali was
You're
to
right.
it,
Yep.
and Bob Bob Collins was kicking out their
You're
pushy
right. Yep.
delivery guys.
Yes, thank you. It's been a while. Sorry. Yeah. So you know that the Orange Thunder cider that's been trying to move in, that's they
That
were
piss drink.
yeah. Oh, it's worse than piss now. Looks like Infini-corp's behind it, and they're making it in that factory over there. Something, and they're trying to put something in it to, like, I don't know, make people even more stupid. But
Well,
this
that
is
ain't
what
very hot, is it?
well, the bar may be low, but still, people find a way to duck under it. And he'll spread out the printouts of what he found.
Sounds
And
like they're putting a lot of fingers in a lot of pies here.
they are, and it sounds like they're going for the grand. It looks like, see?
The theater, and she pulls
Yeah.
out the flyer.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Look, here's the
She
breadcrumbs.
puts it down.
And he immediately, he takes it and he's spreading the papers out. And he runs up to the bar and asks Astrid if he can borrow a pen.
Yeah.
And starts like almost going Charlie Day on the spread of papers, and finds a place to put the poster. And I think before Tommy can even stop him, he's drawn the lines.
No, she's like leaning over, like
Yeah.
watching him work.
Yeah, so he's laying out the whole web that he has found.
Very good.
Right. As conspiracies are mentioned, Jamie's ears prick up wherever he is.
Yeah,
How's he doing?
We see Jamie in his not so palatial estate of suburbia, where we often see him with one of those widow's peak windows that sort of overlooks like town, or at least overlooks enough town that he's okay with. And obviously, in that window, we see his telescope, not pointed where it should be in the night sky, but of course pointed all around town. And much like what we just saw with Sean, there is a small conspiracy board tacked on his wall as well. Full red string theory. His is a little different. His focuses on newspaper clippings of especially disappearances, strange events, essentially like the weird calls that you get with like the Dear Ann in the newspaper, any unexplained incident. Some of them is from tabloids, but all of it is local news. And I think in this moment we see the telescope is pointed at the pub. And that's when we see it kind of spin out as Jamie sees that two of his compatriots have entered the pub, and that is too many for there not to be something afoot. So he grabs one rollerblade, which is always tied to the second one, slings it aggressively over his shoulder as he stuffs both hands inside of a hoodie, of the kangaroo pouch of a hoodie. And he marches downstairs through the front garden, leaving the gate open and heading down to the pub. To which he opens the door and immediately raises his hand. I'll take a half a Guinness, and then sits down at the group.
Astrid rolls her eyes dramatically.
Jamie,
Yes.
you let Bobby hang out with Derek?
No, he did.
My cousin, my young impressionable cousin.
He did.
I was trying to keep them apart, first of all. And second of all, you know damn well that the half of the Guinness that you want is at the bottom, so you got to drink the first half to get to it. Let's not fool anybody.
I'll take both halves. So here's how it happened. I was at the body shop, and
Yeah.
Bobby was at the body shop.
Sure.
And I was talking to Sean about some strange things. and then Bobby wanted to tag along for some reason. And then Sean invited Derek for some reason. So it's Sean's fault.
Well, he's a sensitive, soft little boy. He needs to be watched out for.
I think he committed a crime, actually.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna have to explain this to my mum and my aunt.
No, I told her that we were friends and that she thought I was babysitting him. She said, yeah, you can watch him. I took him off her hands.
He's still got all his limbs and fingers, right?
Yeah.
All
And he
right.
had some tea and he talked to an old lady. He might have got her number.
Really?
Hey, Sean kind of leans forward to the table. Besides, Tommy, you know as well as I do that your mum cares just about as much as me dad. So I think we're okay, right?
True. I might be embellishing it a little bit.
It's
but
all right. It's all right.
I love the little kid, okay?
You're being protective. I get it. It's all right. We watched it. Tommy, come on.
All right.
This is me.
As long as he's still alive, I guess that's all I can ask for.
He's alive. He's in one piece. Come on.
And he's not a narc.
Well,
Well,
I should
everyone,
hope.
different priorities for different people.
No, like that's important. That's important. Hey, and she looks at Jamie and points at the thing. Apparently, there's clues going on here.
Clues?
Yeah. They you heard about the grant?
The theater?
Yeah.
What about it?
Well, they trying to close it down and the fundraiser to keep it open.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that in the news.
Yeah. Did you hear who's trying to buy it?
Yeah.
3 guesses. Conspiracy boy.
The government.
Nope.
The
Next
Russians.
Next worst thing though.
The Americans.
Has
I
4
said next
syllables.
worst, not more worst.
Oh,
2 words, 4 syllables.
down the ladder.
Infini-corp.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, you've
the cider boys.
discovered that Fairmont Homes, a very old Wrighton company, is actually a wholly owned subsidiary.
But
You-
why?
I mean, we saw what they were looking to do with the cider yesterday, right?
So are you saying like mind control?
Certainly looked that way.
Well,
That's a little-
why? What are they going to do with it? Like, how are they going to...
Well, I know they've been the cider, the cider. They've been trying to push it all over town.
But they already have a manufacturer for it.
You were there. You saw what they did. You saw what they were doing.
Yeah.
You saw what we pulled up on the systems.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something. So they're trying to influence writing somehow. For the reason I don't know, but they can't be disconnected. They can't be.
Oh.
It's too. Come on, it's too convenient. What do you always say about convenience? Convenience ain't convenient.
It's true. Just like common sense isn't common.
Exactly.
You don't get common sense for free, that's for sure. That's what I always say.
What do we do with that? I guess we can check it out. We can go to the theater.
But what do they want the theater for?
I mean, they've already got the
Subliminal
factory.
messaging.
I mean, that would, if they had the theater.
What they
Was
do
that an
is they
actual
get
thing, though?
everyone. They get everyone into the
There.
theater, right? And then they play the movies, intercut with subliminal messages to buy the trash cider, and then they drink the cider. Mind control. Army of drones.
They did manage to hypnotize people with the movies when you guys went to that drive-in. The Janus.
And that's when Jesse disappeared.
Would you guys like to put this together? Roll me some investigate. See if there's anything you can make of it.
Okay.
Jamie, in particular, you might have something from your knowledge of local conspiracies.
Go,
Yeah.
Like so does Tommy.
Or
Tommy!
successes.
Let's go.
Wow.
Okay, here comes the deep law.
Not me. I got
Nope.
nothing.
Yeah.
I am
I
brain
kissed
dead.
Jamie once. I kissed Jess once, so
Yeah.
up here.
In some of Jamie's paperwork, Tommy, you caught like it was an ancient invoice for Pioneer Aviation that he's picked up from that Jamie must have picked up from somewhere. It might have been in Army surplus that Ducky had bought, but there is a project called Project Aspis, ASPIS, and you think that might be
That's missing a couple of S's there, Bravo.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
It
I
sounds like it
think I
should
can
be
spell.
ASSPISS.
Well, it's an abbreviation, but
You
Yeah.
said aspis like hospice, and we all went
Mhm.
aspis.
indeed,
Project
and that's how it's
aspis.
connected to the and that's how
Sorry,
of
bro.
course it's connected to the cider.
I was like, I know the government in general across
Holy
all countries
shit.
isn't great at naming projects, but aspis is out there.
Oh,
Sorry, this
oh.
is like an acronym, or it's
Yeah.
you said it's project? Project? Okay.
Oh shit!
Well, I hope that woke you up.
Oh.
Do we know what it stands for?
No, it's one of those things you've just seen it stamped on this top secret sort of dispatch for parts.
A dispatch for parts.
Yeah, it's just you have that sort of that flash of genius, that sort of Sherlock Holmes moment of putting it all together, and you
Yeah.
remember this. I don't know
It's
if
the
you have
kappa,
something.
I tell you.
It's the T. It helps. Yeah. But yeah, it was something back in the 60s and the 70s. It must have been Cold War era, you think, and it has something to do with and it might have something to do with saving the nation from total and utter thermonuclear destruction.
Hmm.
But yeah, with 4 successes, feel free to ask me any additional questions you have later.
Okay, it's not okay. It's not an additional question
Mhm.
because
We can cover it.
with the when you have to write your own notes, you kind of have to tune out, so you have to write. So this Project Aspis, which is a dispatch for parts.
Yeah.
Shut up. From the Cold War.
Yeah.
And these parts were supposed to do something that will help prevent a nuclear apocalypse.
Or at least save some people from
Yeah. Yeah. Blah blah blah. So what is that in conjunction to? Like, why what from this is triggering this as being connected?
The might have that it was possibly a bunker of some description.
A bunker.
Yeah. And yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
Could I say that about this time would be when you start to hear Derek's bike?
Yeah.
Because you always hear Derek's bike before you see
So-
Derek.
So we've got a good 2 or 3 minutes before he actually shows up.
Yeah. We're never gonna win best village of the year with that monstrosity driving around.
Doing my best. You know, he keeps blowing out the exhaust system. Every time I fix it, he just makes it worse. Kind of like my accent.
Well, it's better than mine.
Scottish,
So
you see Jamie like wince at the sound of the bike, and then you see him look at the pint of Guinness in front of him, and you see him do mental math and then he takes the pint of Guinness, swallows hard, and then just starts to chug the pint of Guinness. Because anything not nailed down is free to Derek. So he just starts slugging back a nice, thick, proper Guinness, which is not pleasant to chug.
Which is also a good substitution for food.
Yeah, he's full. He's full for the day. He met 100% of his nutrition requirements.
Take a moment to chew that, mate.
Yeah.
Instead of a shamrock in the top, it was a middle finger.
Yeah,
Because
you just see
that's
him
how Astrid does.
cup still in hand. He just shakes his head. No, someone's gonna give that. That's gonna be great.
Can I make my entrance now? I think it's not 3 minutes. More like a 30-second thing.
Because he's driving really fast.
Oh, of course he does. Like there's 2 modes. It's like standing still and full throttle. That's the only 2 you ever need. He just slings the door open like, Ali, love, give me something good. And he sort of looks over to the table. It's like, oh, see the empty glass, cup of tea. It's like, Ali, I haven't had breakfast. I need a Guinness. Come on. If nothing else, Tommy will spot me. You know he will.
Mm-hmm.
You know she will.
And she will go, yeah, Astrid, go ahead. And we've never discussed this like off game because this is the first time Tommy and Derek were playing together.
You started with sounding like you knew me, so I'm just gonna assume that we've.
Yes, no, exactly. And like Derek has lived here. He's not Swedish, right? He's English.
He's very much English. Can't you hear my beautiful English accent?
Just want to make sure.
I used love, not love, which is totally more British than my usual English.
I think like back when they were like 13, 14, they dated as like 13, 14-year-olds do. And then they broke up.
As 13,
Yeah,
14,
oh, like those two week long dating ship was like we dated for 2 weeks and was like, nah, fuck this.
They're like, we're gonna be together forever. And then the week later we're like, bleh. But we still stayed kind of like friends.
Tommy thought she was into boys, but really she was into punks, and that's why.
Yeah.
Turns out,
and that's why she also kissed Jess too.
Yeah,
like,
turns out it was just the aesthetic.
She doesn't kiss everyone.
Just
you can
punks.
see that.
Yeah.
Derek comes in wearing the same clothes he had yesterday, which he usually wears. Have this like faint smell of someone who's been outside way too much. And comes, sits down with his Guinness at the table, starts to like shug it and like wasn't kidding about not having breakfast. Like just one moment. Whew. So, what's up with you fuckers?
Well, good morning. And
Morning.
we're working on some conspiracy bullshit.
Oh, fine. Just light one up. Like, you see him take up like the most crushed pack of cigarettes you've ever seen. He just fumbles around, like finds one, and it goes like, sideways mostly, and you like lights it up, and it's like, fuck yeah. Oh, the nerd isn't here. Even better. Yeah, tell me about it.
Wait, are you talking about my cousin Bobby?
Yeah, I am. Fucking nerd. Bloody
okay.
wanker is what he is.
You were nice to him, weren't you?
I was so fucking nice to him. Sean, did I beat a fucking nerd up? Nah, I didn't beat him up. Jamie, did I beat the nerd up? No,
Technically,
I didn't.
no.
He's a sensitive boy. Okay?
Fucking sensitive when I'm done with him.
Aye.
Oh, fine, bloody hell! I just got here. Okay?
All right,
But-
calm down, mate.
You're
Jeez.
Sean,
already pissed
boys-
half the table off. I think this may be a record even for you.
Okay, sorry. Okay, let me make amends. Sean, bike runs fucking amazing since yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jamie, whatever bullshit you're up to, I'm here to listen. Tommy, can you let me quit? Like we're a fiber.
Right. So I
Let me make amends. You're cool. Can I have some money?
that sounds like Derek, yeah. So Sean will kind of bring Derek up to speed on what he's found, and then at a couple points, I think he kind of looks to Jamie at the point where Sean's conspiracy and Jamie's conspiracy kind of intersect. just for additional input.
I'm still going with the mind control. I think that's the big sell, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is you get in there, you get everyone in to see the newest the newest movie, the newest flick, and then you mind control them. What is it, 1984 style? Buy now, and then they
George
go out
Orwell.
and they buy. No, the other one, the movie one.
And Clockwork Orange would have just recently got released because the government hushed it up, so Jamie would certainly have seen it.
Hey, what you want to bet that if they get it and they open up, they've got an exclusive contract with Orange Thunder?
Yeah, and I bet they sell it in the thing.
In the theater. And that's it. That's all they sell.
Orange Thunder. That sounds like a Yankee name.
I know, right?
That does sound like a fucking junkie name. Don't drinking that, say sorry.
I'm mad because it does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm offended. That does sound like a stupid Yankee name. That does sound like something we would
really
make.
a piss take of it's so behind the actor's studio here.
Yeah,
it's really a piss take of White Lightning, which was the ultra cheap cider.
There you go.
fair.
So I'm just trying
as
to think.
As you guys talk, you hear the tuned engine and exhaust that I'm sure Sean can identify that it comes accompanied to a Volvo Amazon hearse. As you hear a car sort of howl into the car park at the back.
Do we know whose car that is?
It'll be Ali's daughter. It is Candace.
Yeah. Candace is here.
Candace. Is Ali Astrid, the bartender?
No.
Oh.
She's the cousin. Ali's the landlady, who is
Yeah, Derek always tries to greet Ali because he seems to have a thing for her, but it's mostly just to get free booze.
and food.
And food.
She also feeds him.
Yep.
So
getting some nice looking company at least, if that's Candace. Don't have to look at you, ugly fucks.
Ha ha ha.
So
Always
Candace,
a pleasure, Derek.
So Candace
I am, love.
So Candace strolls in through the back. She is very, very darkly dressed, fishnet and leather, and she's like, "Oh, thought I'd find you here, Derek. I've got a job for you if you want."
I'm always down for a job.
Yeah.
What's it paying?
I don't know. £10 an hour all night.
I mean, if it's some good money in it, I mean,
well, it's kind
talking
of danger money. The town, the council have been trying to hire subcontract security companies to keep an eye over the Grand, make sure nobody breaks in, steals the copper wire. You know,
a tenner an hour. Tenner an hour if it's dangerous work.
Yeah.
She nudges Sean and Jamie.
We just want somebody to keep an eye on it. I mean, Bob got sick of having to deal with security companies that would not last until the morning, so he calls Newman Associates, and I say, yeah, I know somebody who'll take care of it.
He'll take the job. He has a tab he needs to work off.
He always has a tab he needs to clear off.
Hey, Ali loves me. Don't you love? I mean, we got a thing going here. It's fine. It's all fine. I'll take the job, though.
Candace.
Cool. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be about, but we're working on something. You know that Candace has her own evening job. She's a DJ, and so it's like she works about 3 jobs.
Like Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to know the names of any of those companies?
Security companies?
Yeah,
You know, oh god, all the big ones.
just curious.
Hold up. She pulls out she pulls out her Palm Pilot. It is 1995.
Oh, I love Palm Pilots.
And grabs up a stool. What? Higher Guard, Semper, Prime, all of them.
What was the second one again?
Semper.
Do any of those? Did I run across any of those names in what I was researching this morning?
No, gladly they still seem to be independent security companies. Infini-corp seem to have their own in-house Infini-corp security.
So what you're saying? Just keep an eye on the place.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys hang out if you want.
Yeah.
You guys own the building as much as the rest of us do. They left it in perpetuity to everybody.
I can do that.
Perpetuity.
Let's go then.
Don't mean what it meant 10 years ago.
Hey, Jeremy,
As well as I.
got any of those clovers left? Can I bum some of you?
It's a clove. There's no R.
Whatever. Do you got any or not?
Yeah,
This is my last one.
I have one left.
One left. Fuck me. Tommy, how about that quid? I need some fucking saves. We're gonna sit out there all night.
I'm not a fucking charity, Derek. I'm not just handing you money.
Fuck
I cover
me,
your tab here. Okay? I cover your
I
tab
thought we
here.
were friends. I thought we were friends, okay?
Yes,
Call.
but I am not your bankroll.
Bloody hell.
She reaches
don't-
over, she takes his Guinness and she drinks it. And then she puts it back.
Well, fuck you,
Kids,
wanker.
the keys are with Mario or Mia in the shop downstairs, okay?
Yep.
Let's go.
I need some fucking smokes if we're gonna go out there all night.
And we
Hang
cut.
I think at this point, like, the four of us are walking out of the pub. Derek is still complaining about needing smokes, and the three of us have just completely tuned him out.
Yeah, at what time of the day is it? Like 10 in the morning or something?
Yeah, it's a little bit after 11. Probably
Well,
closer.
after 11.
I'd say, what, probably closer to noon by now?
Yeah, it's getting on to about midday. So if there's any way you need to pop on the way to pick stuff up.
Derek is definitely gonna get some fucking smokes somehow. Yeah. Either he's going to find some money or he's going to steal them.
If he finds money, Super Sigs is literally across the road from the theatre.
Yeah, definitely going there.
It was a real life franchise in the Midlands at the time, only when smoking was banned in public places, they pussied out and started calling it Super News instead. And it was never the same.
If he keeps complaining like really loudly, she would give him one of hers.
He's gonna go just over there, try to grab things like the hand inside if he can find one of those vending machines. Just try to see if he can grab a packet of smoke, whatever he can reach for. And if he can't, he's gonna grudgingly find like a few pennies somewhere or something, or pence or whatever what is it? Is it pence? You have pounds and pence, yeah, right? And find some pens and just like shove them all into the machine until he can get the cheapest packet of smokes.
As he's reaching, can I like roll to see if I can help him? Like she's just gonna give the machine like a hip check, see if she can like lodge something free. What is that, tinker? Or move.
I'll let you body it because I'll let you move or body it. Yeah, that's fine.
Because her hips don't lie, so she's gonna go.
I'll help you if I'm allowed to. I will help with that because Derek wants his sig.
Okay,
+2 to that.
1 success. +2. Okay,
yeah.
Wait. Roll.
Sorry, I was drinking.
That's all right.
Hey!
2 successes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's go.
With 2 successes, 2 packs of whatever let's say 2 packs of Lucky Strike fall out.
All
Yeah,
you
no.
watching knows now the important success is to get smokes. Learn that, kids.
Yeah,
It
don't
is the,
smoke,
it's
kids.
it's the trailer park boys mentality of smokes. Let's go.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's just a couple of filterless packets of Lucky Strikes.
Sweet. I think she opens one of the packs and she takes half and then gives him the rest.
And that's what character sheets are for. How many smokes you have.
Oh yeah, write that on there.
Let's see.
I still don't have an iconic item written down. Do we get those? Because we're not
Yeah.
technically playing Tales, are we? Or I have no idea what my
sure do.
iconic item is. Half a pack of cigs.
So yeah, you guys,
Iconic
you
item,
guys
no, I love
wander amongst the tourists further down the high street.
I'm actually going to take a bit and swing and run over to the garage.
Okay.
I'm going to grab, first of all, grab my. Well, no, I would have my lucky wrench with me because I always do.
Yeah.
But grab like a flashlight, some other tools. If we have like a miniature pry bar that I can shove into a backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, your cover has their feet up on Ducky's desk and are acting like they own the place. It is Jet. She is minding the store whilst Ducky is he's currently playing cricket.
Sean is momentarily distracted because he does have a thing for Jet. He'll just pop his head and say, "Afternoon, love."
Oh, hey Sean. Nothing doing. The whole town is quiet because of the cricket.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
She has a heavy Mancunian accent, and I won't insult one of the great cities of the north by doing my interpretation of it. But yeah, no, this is Jet's idea of an ideal day off because she doesn't have to deal with idiot mechanics at Triumph because she is pretty much the main person on the new Triumph race team based out of Hinckley. And a quiet day is great for her because people have an issue of labeling her as being demanding when she's just precise. Oh, got message for you.
Yeah.
John said Grand Theatre wants you to take a look at the projection booths and see how much it's gonna be to fix it up, figure out what it's gonna cost us.
Any idea who's asking?
He is
Who's asking him, love?
Bob, I assume.
Okay.
Bob's on the town council. Bob's on the sort of the village council as sort of designated village elder.
Right. Yep.
I don't know. I'll see Bob tomorrow.
All right. I'm gonna grab a few things, and then I'll go take a look.
Cool.
And he has got kind of the faraway stare, the voice kind of trailing off thing. He wishes. Rev her up. Yeah, so he goes and grabs some tools and a couple of flashlights and things like that, and then heads back to meet the rest of these guys at the theater.
Get her motor running.
Yeah.
Exactly. Get her purring.
Yeah, so we make our way to the theater.
And with the misguided teenage longing over for for this part of the episode, I'm sure it will return at some point. But is it really a right an episode if Sean doesn't get tortured a little bit?
Right?
Is it really?
Absolutely.
you grab as much gear as you can and get back. You know that this is technically a work thing. You could, if you ever so much wanted, use a work vehicle. But I think your jet's all up in your head, and you need a walk. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, now Derek, important question for you.
Right.
How do we break in to the movie theater?
Aren't
What
we
the
gonna
fuck
have
you
a
mean? How do you
key?
break in?
The keys
Just
is with the
smash?
shop downstairs.
Look, you want to do this like discreet, or you just want to get the fuck in?
Why would we break into somewhere where we have a way to get in normally?
Because it's fucking fun. Don't tell me what to do.
Because they expect you to go in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, whoever dumb are, they're expecting us through the door. Look, come here, Jamie. Let me show you.
That's
He
why
goes
they have
around
door
saying,
alarms. They don't have window
She,
alarms.
I think she reaches over and pulls the cigarette out of Derek's mouth. Like, we can't hear what you're fucking saying, mate.
What the fuck? You blokes are all the same. I want to have a smoke, and he picks up a new one of his smokes.
She's got
a new
two.
one.
She gives
Alright,
it to
so-
Jamie.
I think by the time Sean shows back up, Tommy just has cigarettes in between each one of her
One in
fingers.
between each finger.
Okay. Tommy, calm, right? Calm. Jamie, come with me. Is there a window on the side of this building?
I wasn't going
They,
to break in. I was letting you break in.
Anything on this building is a story up. It is.
Right, but
It is. There's the row of shops below it, and there is a sort of a backyard for sort of bringing scenery in and out.
So there's like a window on the side of the building, or is this accessible from one of the
That'll
sides?
be a floor. There'll be a floor above your
Floor
head.
up. Yeah. So
And the-
Jamie, now Tommy, I know, but shh, just moment, love. Jamie, look at that. See that window? You
Yeah.
bring a ladder, you bring a rock, and you're in. Simple as pie. See what I'm telling you?
I
Okay.
left my ladder at home.
Yeah, we don't have a ladder.
Way to be cheeky. Always
Did you check your pockets, Jamie? She references his Janko
You know what? He slides his hand all the way into the elbow. Nope, no ladder. Goes to the other side.
Sid,
Nothing.
fine, let's use the bloody key, will we? Cheeky fucking bunch. Let's go.
So yeah, someone sort of sticks their head into Mario's store. It smells heavily of leather and of the as that is one of the main products in his trade. And yeah, so who wants to go in there?
Is Sean back with the group at this point?
Yeah, he can be.
It's all right. We got an in.
I dropped my cigarette into my coffee cup.
That was a perfectly bloody good cigarette. Why are you like this, Tommy?
It'll be
Always.
fine. It'll be fine.
So, yeah, while the three of them are kind of skirmishing, I think I just like walk right past them
Mm-hmm.
in the shop. Mario,
Young Mr. Reed. How are you? Mario is a tiny guy, and he is in his 70s, and he's somewhere in between Bob Hoskins and Danny DeVito.
there's an image.
Yep.
Oi,
Wow.
Ducky asked me to take a look at the projection booth in the Grand. Could I have the key,
sure.
please?
He grabs you a key that's a set of huge keys. It's a Regency theatre, so they're getting on for those really big locks. They are humongous.
Projection room locked or no?
Hmm?
Projection room locked or no?
It'd be one of the. It's one of these keys. I mean,
Right.
people haven't been in there 18 odd years, but
Fair.
hey, Tilly's supposed to be coming home to put on the benefit show.
That's why. I think that's why he wants me to take a look. See what it'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
to
you
fix the projection room up.
Yeah, and you should have a look beneath the stage as well. There was all sorts of gizmos and there's a drop trap door in there. Make sure it's safe.
Mario, you don't have to sweet talk me, mate.
Well, you may as well enjoy your work. I mean, I sure do.
Thank
see,
you.
here's the thing. And now, see, as he's in there talking to that guy, we could have been up and over in a window figuring it
So-
out.
So Sean at this point comes out, goes to the door, sticks the key in the lock, opens it, looks over. What are you three on about? Let's go.
Yeah, Tommy walks in.
Oh, let's go then.
We can smoke in here, right?
Fucking yeah, we can.
What, in a theatre? Yeah. It probably reeks of long forgotten brands of cigarette of yesteryear.
Wasn't sure if you guys have places where smoking is off limits.
But
In
to
England,
Derek, no place is off limits to smoking.
Of course.
apart from maybe the apart from maybe when filling with petrol, in which in
Then
this
here's-
alternate 90s you'll get sprayed.
Look, you do it like we
By
talked
robot.
about with the safety thing with Mike. Now it's safe. Now it's not safe. Now it.
Uh,
Okay, so
So
once we're
We're in.
in, where do we think
we're in.
the best space to do mind control? Biggest theater.
Is it a single theater? From
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, it's sort of.
Single
Hold
screen.
up. I was prepared for this.
He's got words in there somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Eventually, but yeah, because you see that there are the shops at the front, and it's like one theatre down to the orchestra pit and stage at the back, and then various things
Okay.
things below.
Okay, so it's a former theater
Yeah.
that they and
Full
probably music hall
theatre.
that
From
they
what you
that they turned
know
into
of
a movie theatre.
local law, it was built by the. It was built by. Sorry, I'm distracted by that. It was built for the very by one of the very wealthy earls of the area, and he built it for his wife, who was very sick and unable to travel. TB consumption, one of those old-timey diseases. And she loved the theatre. She was an actress before she married, which was a great scandal at the time, marrying an actress. They were considered to be low women. And just about a cut above sex workers, really. And he built this whole grand theatre for her as basically a token of his affection.
Well, so we've got two theories. They're actually going to do it with the movie, with the projection, and they're going to do it through the side or at the bar. Is that what those are the two theories, right? Am I right about that?
Mm-hmm.
I was asking yeah. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Well,
I got
Sean,
Hi.
the giddy gadgets. Where do we bust them? You know giddy gadget things. You fix my bike all the time.
I do.
Just point me to the mind controlling giddy gadget thingies, and I'll bust them for you. No problem.
We gotta
We
find
can
it
earn some
first.
quids.
Gotta
But
find
you
it
know
first,
where
mate.
they were.
I
Bloody
say,
hell.
I say we start up in the projection room.
I'll smash that. No problem.
Let's
Hold
look-
on, we're not smashing anything until we know what's what. This is a national landmark for this town.
That's just rubbish. Fine, let's go then. Non-smashing things. Dummy. I don't want to smash things.
God, you're always into smashing things,
It's
Derek.
fucking.
You've never changed.
It's bloody fun. Look, we snogged like
Okay,
twice.
alright, wait,
It never
Edward,
changes like we're married people.
Shut up. You know what? Here, smoke two. Here's the thing.
Mm.
One, no smashing. Two, if we stop the projectors from being mind control devices, right? How do we then stop Infini-corp from just coming back in here and reactivating the mind control stuff. Right?
She,
they really want the big benefit show to come here and help like revitalize things, right? Which will, make it more popular. But if that happens, won't they just keep replacing the projectors?
yeah, in theory. I totally lost my train of thought, motherfucker.
I mean, we could smash them forever. That would be bloody fun, but no smashing a lot, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. Even if we smash them, they let us in here, so they'll know that we did it. Two, if I'm making a lot of lists today, guys. What's happening? If we smash them, then they just replace them.
As you guys walk up the grand main stairs, roll me and investigate as you're illuminated in the dusty light of that big great window that exists above the damn.
2 successes for Tommy. Walks up
Running
and
a little bit hot tonight.
About the damn!
Tommy, there is something wrong about the light, something eerie and otherworldly. Maybe you've been hanging around with Emma too much to try and fix the Jess situation, but there's something strange about this light. Like, there was an old episode of Doctor Who that you maybe saw on repeat called Ghost Light, and this just feels ethereal and wrong. The hairs, small hairs on the back of your arms stand up.
When she kind of stops, something ain't right, isn't it? You all feel that? And she looks up at the light. So it's the spotlight for the theater?
It's just a light coming in from the big first floor window.
Oh. Is it a stained glass window?
It has a slight motif of stained glass to it. But you don't think it's the window itself, it is the light.
When she points it out, do we recognize it?
Yeah, you all start feeling a strange tingle, maybe a feeling down the back of your spine that something strange is going on, but you don't recognize
in the neighborhood.
Is this the first time I
you gonna
felt this strange tingle?
No, that was a couple of years ago.
There comes a time in everyone's life when they feel a strange tingle.
I was about to say the 2 of you did date for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's a little bit earlier for some.
Unfortunately, this is the only tingle you felt before, Derek.
It's a little bit earlier than 13 for some, 13 to 14 for others.
Yeah.
You may notice hair.
There was no hair.
Fair enough. Some tingling, and then 2 weeks, and it was nothing.
Maybe some smashing. I don't know.
Snug twice. Okay, twice. We're in a relationship, and you're treating it like we were married.
Guys, we're here for ass piss, not your relationship trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
So this is fucking weird. Okay, can we focus on the bloody thing in front of us and not me and Tommy? That's like ancient history. All forgotten about Tommy.
Ancient history. Ancient.
See? Me and Tommy on the same page on this. So, what's bloody up with this, what was it? Picture glass?
The light. This light. It's weird.
The light.
Is my the only
exactly. The light.
Can we get up to this window?
Yeah, there's an extra walkway if you head around on the stairs. You can try your best to peer out of this still sort of dirty window.
Okay, she mashes out her cigarette in a receptacle or wherever. I'm assuming there's there
are still ashtrays all around the place.
Because this was the 90s. Yeah, so she mashes it out and then she will climb up there.
Yeah.
Investigate.
You clamber up there and sort of wipe a sort of looking portal in the gross grime of this window that hasn't been cleaned in like 20 years. And you take a look out. Ordinary high street. Roll me another investigate with a +1 unless anyone wants to try and amble up and help.
Yeah, I'll amble up.
Yeah. Sean comes up and helps, and he
So is
tries
that
to rub the dirt off the window in a clear
that a
patch.
2 then?
Yes.
Okay.
But Sean only makes it worse because of how dirty his usual workwear
It's
is.
okay. I love him anyway.
Yeah. You see a glint coming from a flat window opposite.
I think she looks. I think
It
there's
looks
something.
kind of like Jamie's telescope when he's peeping on people.
Jamie, you know how
Neighborhood
you
watch.
you know
Excuse
how
me,
you like
neighborhood
spying
watch.
on Emma and everything. And
Neighborhood watch. Neighborhood watch.
All the girls call it neighborhood watch when they peep at them, right, Jamie?
It's called. It's no one. It's the whole. It's every. Guys, why am I
You're
defending?
peeping on everyone?
Why am I
Anyway.
defending this?
Jamie!
We're
Anyway.
on my intel.
she points and looks down at them. I think there's something like across the street shining into the window, and that's what's causing this tingling feeling. This feeling of being watched is causing a tingling feeling.
So you're saying
Whole afternoon is just so wrong.
when someone else watches you, you get a little tingle.
Only when you know it's happening.
That's called reverse voyeurism. Or exhibition.
Jesus Christ. What's this stream rated? I don't know.
Okay, I mean, calm the fuck down.
Welcome to the new
Today's
year.
stream is rated WTF.
Yeah. So, Prof,
What are they
is across
teaching
the
you in that
street?
private school?
Waste one time at private school.
I told you it's an all-girls school.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Prof, what is across the street then?
The news and cigarette shop, Super Cigs, and there are just regular flats above.
And so this light is coming from one of those flats.
Window one of the flats, yeah.
We might have to break into someone's house or into someone's flat.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Is that the impression I'm getting from this, Prof? I don't want to
Yeah,
go
sure.
crazy here. Okay.
Prof,
Go
can
crazy.
Can I like do mental math like from the door, like the main entranceway? Can I count up the number of floors and the approximate size of like how big the apartments would be or the flats would be, so I know which door we're going, so we don't like jump on their neighbor's door?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, if these are subdivided the way you think they are, B, it'll be the one in the middle.
Okay. Cool.
And as you head down the sort of bathed in eerie light, you are confronted by something that isn't quite there. It looks to be the body of an usher. And you're asked, tickets, please. There was no one else here when you came in. You're the only people in the building.
So
Please don't throw me off the train. I've seen that movie.
I'm sorry, you said, when you say body, do you mean like a live body?
Doesn't seem to be. You can see right through this guy's head.
Okay, so it's
A hologram. They have
A
those in
ghost?
95, right?
Wait. I've
In our
listened
world,
to enough
yes.
of this crap to know that this should be a ghost, right, Jamie? I know my shit now. I've listened to you for too many times. This is a honest to God ghost bloke.
It does look like a ghost.
He goes
See?
around
Not fucking
collecting.
stupid. I know what's going on.
He goes around collecting tickets from a crowd you can't see. Maybe
Oh, so he's not talking to us?
Seemingly not.
oh, okay.
Or,
I thought he was
or you're
confronting
not
us.
in the queue yet. He goes around in the commission of his duties, maybe doing what he was doing at the time he died. You can't see any obvious CSI-esque cause of death.
Hold on. So I'm gonna. I take out a piece of paper from my backpack, and I tear off 4 ticket-sized
Yeah.
slips of paper.
Sure.
And come on to these guys, and I get in line.
Yeah. You get in the invisible line. Do you how would you like to roll to bullshit this?
We're the only living people here and we're queuing. Aren't we English?
That's the most British thing we could do all
It
episode.
Um,
Is stand in
well,
line.
you met at the pub too.
That's true. That's true.
So I think this would be either charm or empathize.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, well, I've got 4 dice in both. So we'll try it with charm.
Yeah.
Can I have a bonus die because I am doing what he is expecting us to?
Yeah, sure.
Thank
You bothered to create the tickets, and that's a good plan.
There we go.
Yeah, he doesn't pay any attention really to you. He tries to take the tickets. You try to hand them to him, and they just fall straight through him.
Okay.
He's like, very good, upper circle, row C, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm gonna look up, like up around like the where like the balconies would be, right? Like the like lighting would be, because this was like an old theater, right? I'm looking for a source of light. Do I see anything? Like, is this being projected here? Like what was that? What's that old ghost projector?
Pepper's ghost.
Yeah. Like
the mirrors.
Sergeant Pepper's ghost. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna like look up.
Don't forget about Sergeant Pepper's Ghost and the Ghost's Lonely Heart Club Band.
That's true.
Hope you enjoy the show.
He's gonna look. He's gonna look around for like any sort of like even like a small twinkling of a light above.
Yeah, go roll and investigate. And
I've
see
been
if you
rolling
come up with anything.
super hot all weekend, so it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be brilliant.
Have you tried just
I did.
Yeah,
I succeeded.
You've seen the diagrams of how Pepper's Ghost works in your books, and there is nowhere that this could easily be projected from. This legitimately seems to be a real dead ghost, a real unalive ghost, or formerly alive. And as he you notice as he walks out of the light from the window, parts of him disappear.
That's what I thought.
Guys, I don't want to alarm everybody, but I think that was a ghost.
I'm not alarmed. I'm fucking freaked that I was right about something. I'm getting into this, what do you call it? Like, mind freaking thingy theories, whatever you were
Conspiracy
doing.
theories?
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I am so into it now, right?
If it makes you feel any better, the rest of us are just as scared as the fact that you got something right as you are.
Can't even be mad at that. My boy.
So question, Jamie, you have a torch with you, don't you?
Yeah. And he reaches elbow deep into his pocket and pulls out.
Maybe we can disrupt the light with your light. And she's like, if you go up there and you put the light over the window, maybe we can disrupt the pattern. The wavelength.
For what?
She points up at the window again, I think, and then how he disappeared when he moved outside the light that was coming through the window. I think that light that's shining through the window is what's causing this, or at least allowing us to see it. And it's causing that strange feeling in the air.
So, Prof, if this is a movie theater, one would assume that there are curtains that could be drawn over this window to make the theater, dark.
You're still in the what is colourfully referred to as the vestibule
Okay.
or the crush hall
Okay.
at the very sort of front
it.
of the theatre.
Okay.
Whatever they
I
would have to
apologize.
do to make it project in the back, well, they would certainly be turning it up to 11.
Oh, you actually have a map in there. Perfect.
But yeah, as Jamie plays with the light, what do you want to do?
I want to see if something happens to this usher guy when he adds the beam of light to the wavelength.
Like, you want me to shoot the light, the flashlight back towards the house across the street?
No, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I was thinking you shine it inside the inside here as the light is coming and see what happens.
Channel your inner Derek. Do it, Tommy.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie does what Tommy's suggesting. He shines the flashlight like around and at the ghost.
Yeah.
And see if like it interrupts anything.
Like putting, like, you know what I mean, like the window, you put your torch up against the window so it's shining into the room.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. Just to see what happens.
He does so.
Okay.
So in Jamie's torchlight, you see bits of a 1920s theatre crowd. Men in their suits and hats, ladies in their dresses with parasols. And just in the torchlight, it seems to have, if anything, added to it.
All right, I wasn't expecting that.
Now this is so like in the front vestibule, right? So like when you enter the theater, I assume this is like the glass doors that the light is shining through.
It's it's one floor up. It's a big a big stained glass picture window.
Are there like different sections of the window, or is this one massive, like?
It's one massive piece of stained glass. So yeah, it's made up of little of sort of little bits of glass.
Okay, can I look at the light across the street and identify where it's coming through on the actual like mosaic of the stained glass?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So he's gonna like notice that and then put his torchlight on like various stained glass like panes, right? So there's like, you know, like a big chunk of red over here or a blue over here. He's gonna keep moving the light around and see if it still does the same thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you see pretty much the same thing, just different disjointed parts of an old theatre crowd. Like something happened here, and perhaps in the 20s.
So Sean also has, because he grabbed a couple of torches from the garage. Forgive me for using the American term. So he's gonna pull it out and do the same thing and see what happens. He's gonna specifically, test when his and Jamie's torches, when the lights intersect and when they don't, and what happens. Like what happens to the intensity of the people.
Yeah. If anything, it increases. They start to become more visible. Instead of being like an odd, translucent monochrome, more color appears. As much color as was in 1920s fashions. I don't know. All the photos were black and white, so you assume that's what they wore.
Okay, guys, so check it out. Okay? So, back in the day, when was this theater built, Bravo?
It was built in sort of the late 1800s, and then became and then sort of added the screen when movies became a big thing.
Okay. So back in the day, when this theater was built, there was a thing called Pepper's Ghost. And what you do is you have the stage, and then beneath the stage you have a person, and you have that person very brightly lit. And then in front of the stage, you have like a piece of like glass that would like reflect the person beneath it. And from the audience, it would look like there was a ghost. Okay? That's different than what's happening here, but it's somehow relevant in my head. This glass, just this whole glass, all of this glass, any light that comes through this glass doesn't project ghosts. It projects the 20s.
Well,
Does-
Mario
That
did
made
say
more
there
sense
was-
in my head.
Yeah. Mario did say there was something under the stage. I wonder if that's...
Should we go check it out? I mean, it's a
Yeah.
blimey ghost.
Yeah, like,
which
we're
is
still
a reflection from the understage. I can go down. If you know it's a normal bloke, I'll just beat him and we're done here.
So it's like below the window, which is where we saw the ghosts. It's as if the
Jimmy.
ghosts are being projected.
Jamie, it doesn't matter
from
where
the-
the bloke is. I'll beat him
Okay.
up wherever he's standing and we're done.
Well, I think it's a ghost. Well, I think it's like a oh shit! It's a time thing. It's not reflecting the bright lights of a person under the stage. It's reflecting the bright lights of the swinging 20s.
Yes.
Hey,
the
Sean,
bright
this is
lights of
why I
the
don't-
singing 20s.
See, Sean, this is why I don't hang out with your friends this much.
Yeah, but that's not the weirdest thing we've heard in the last 36 hours. So go
Oh,
along with it.
suppose. I don't know. Well,
Why
fine.
don't we try going into the main theater?
What's the big thing that's happening? The show
Big
that
thing that's
everyone...
happening.
Save the grand?
Yeah, there's a benefit concert to save the grand from, I believe, being bought by one of the subsidiaries of Infini-corp.
Hmm.
Oh, that? Oh, I think I heard about that.
Okay.
Nice
There's
for all the
flyers
rich
everywhere, Derek.
It being bought by a
Yeah,
company that I don't know how public it is, but at least we know that it is a shell for Infini-corp.
Yeah, no, it's pretty common knowledge that Fairmont Homes got bought out. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
let's go
so-
check the stage.
Yeah, Tommy's gonna go up and open the doors to the main theater area.
Okay, so you guys head towards the stage. All seems normal here. There's just the reek of horsehair and old theatre seats that haven't been used in a long time. And you guys head up to the orchestra pit and the stage. And would you like to give me an investigate as you find the trapdoor?
I'd love to. One success for Tommy.
I think I'm gonna make use of my wrench.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I think I actually do investigate it because I haven't rolled anything all night. So it's like, why not? I can at least roll something.
Yes, but you've been rolling critical hits on attitude, and that's what matters.
It's Derek through and through.
One. I got something.
I got
One's
one
all
success on my first investigate.
There you
One's
go.
all around.
Nice. You
See,
hear
all
the-
attitude, baby. That's what you need to do. All attitude.
You hear the creaking of an old wheelchair that looks would look something like Dr. Lovelace's one in Wild Wild West. When you guys get to watch Wild Wild West in however many years, that a beautiful cinematic abortion comes out.
Such a good movie.
But it has
I
such
love
a
it.
killer theme song.
Everything was great about that movie.
But yeah, you hear the creak of this old wheelchair in the eaves of the theatre. It's a strange theatre. There are very few steps, and everywhere seems to be accessible by a ramp.
Okay.
Who's going down first?
I will.
I can go down first if you're all too afraid of going down.
After you, Derek.
Derek moves down and is like just flipping the birds behind him.
It's
Yeah, see how easy it is? See how easy it is?
You're
Thought
still
so.
about 3 steps behind Sean, by the way.
Yeah, Sean is really gung ho
Yep.
this episode.
Weird
Always
shit
Oh, well.
and tech. This is right up his alley.
Yeah.
always a step behind Derek, and she like brushes his shoulder with hers as she walks by.
Oh, Derek will make pace. Like, maybe not pace with Sean, but he will definitely not let anyone else get in front of him.
And they're like
So you just-
walking,
you-
they keep increasing their speed.
You will have like this in your face walking down the entire way.
And she keeps smacking his hand down.
Oh, yeah,
grow up?
trying up. Yeah, no,
When
it's
are you
still
gonna grow
standing
up?
up. Yeah.
It's time to grow up, Derek.
Both of you, hush.
So
He needs a boarding school too. An all boys school, maybe.
No, they call it Borstal for people like Derek.
Both of you.
The only
Think
one
I
he can
got
get in.
fucking money for that shit? I
Derek!
ain't rich like you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Sean, I'll shut the fuck up for you. What you found?
And he's going to be looking around.
Yep. All you see is old theatre equipment. There's a way to make the trapdoor drop, and it looks like it is not just a drop. It's actually an elevator that will come down. A very early one.
No, okay. A lift, Bravo. A lift.
Or in this case, a drop.
Yeah.
A drop lift.
I mean, this must come from the early days of maybe 1850s when they had to import elevators because we hadn't renamed them yet from America.
Okay, so we haven't gone under the stage yet, or this elevator takes us under the stage.
It can do if it worked, but yeah, you notice it's very. Sean, with his knowledge of things mechanicals, would notice that things are strange for just something that's supposed to drop.
Other than the fact that it's not working, what strange do I notice about it?
No, it seems perfectly perfectly ordinary and mundane. The only sort of weird thing you've encountered is that strange is the strange creaking, like somebody desperately needs some oil.
Can I? Okay, so I take a moment. I say, I mean, you got to admire the craftsmanship. Shame it's not working anymore.
You're sure you could get it working later?
Sure. Yeah.
Mm.
Not for right now, though. Where's that creaking coming from?
I don't know.
I think it's this way. And he follows the sound of the creaking.
Mm-hmm. So you're following the sound.
Yeah, we're following him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Derek will keep close by and don't look so much for like creaking and stuff, and more be like an actual body and look out so nothing comes out of nowhere and smacks Sean as he's looking around.
If Derek is right behind me, I pass him the spare torch. Because I did grab 2.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
You walk around these
Vintage Derek.
bizarre labyrinthal hallways for a while until you hit a dressing room with a star on it.
She checks the doorknob.
It's open.
She opens the door.
How old does everything look back here?
Extremely. This is one of this will date past. They date back to the 1880s. About the last time it was.
Sorry. Let me rephrase that. How does it look like anyone's been down here recently? Is everything like dust covered, cobwebs?
It's quite
Okay.
dusty. There are
Cool.
cobwebs. Anybody local, even 10 years, even 10, 20 years back when they used the place, would have only really used the front part. They didn't really put on many big productions apart from maybe pantomimes. but they didn't use all this space.
Okay.
So it opens the door.
And yeah, you just see you see a dressing room, but it's far cleaner in here.
Smells cleaner.
You hear a very prim and pop voice saying, "My dears, the newcomers are coming from the other side of the street."
She looks. What the?
I should know. I live here.
Is this a ghost or an actual person talking?
But in this room,
Mhm.
she looks just someone maybe in their early 30s. Not
Okay,
old,
so-
quite beautiful.
Okay, so we are
In
we
that
are
chair
seeing
you
a
heard
person.
earlier.
If anyone tries to lure you into a mirror, don't go into it.
Now that is some good fucking advice.
Oh, excuse my manners. I'm Esme. My husband built this place.
Are you alive
100
and
years
dead?
ago?
A little more than 100. Is it 95 now?
1995.
So you're
Just
dead.
in case there's confusion,
Yeah, it's a living.
or maybe not.
Well, it was.
I'm sorry, someone's coming across the street? What?
The new folk.
What new what? What?
Isn't everyone new to someone who's over 100?
No, well, everyone, yes, but you're even newer.
Yeah.
Well,
Are we the
That
new
roaring,
folks?
the roaring 20s outside, across the street.
Yeah. You see, I ain't even 20. I'm just 17, so I can take being
To
a
be
new
that
one.
age again.
Oh, we're the new folks.
You're even newer.
So
Got it.
when you say the newcomers, who are they?
They're the folks in these silly hats and daft fashions in the foyer. I've seen them before, but it was some time ago.
And what are they trying to do, these newcomers?
But they don't talk. Not like you.
I think she's
Well-
talking about the flappers.
Yeah, they talk a lot different than we do.
People that flap, they don't flap their mouths too much.
Notice that.
He flaps his mouth a lot to Derek.
Well, then I'll probably like
Oh.
him. It's been quite
See?
lonely being here for 20 years.
The nice-looking ladies, they do love me.
She's
So,
dead,
love.
bud. She's dead.
But-
But I don't know if
Yeah.
you.
Don't be so close-minded, Jamie. I thought you
Dead
were all
and-
about this, like...
Dead and
Was it?
unfortunately in life happily married.
See?
That's never stopped him before.
That's too bad. Hey! I respect a marriage.
All
I
right.
ain't not one of those lads. Good on you.
Well,
I'm sorry.
you said-
Are you trapped here?
Yes. I was unfortunately stuck when I passed in the place I was happiest.
Do you want to be? Can we like?
I'd
Help
like to
you?
be with my husband again, but
Yeah.
he was unfortunately in business, and you know what they say about a rich man being able to get into heaven. Easier to pass a camel through the eye of a needle.
I have no idea what you're saying, lady.
It's the Bible. I'm glad that people have no idea about what it says in the Bible these days.
You know,
She kind of like turns her back to the ghost and like maybe arms around like the guy whoever's closest to her. It's like maybe that strange light is the thing that's keeping her here.
Maybe.
Just like how the light was.
either,
mean,
either
the other-
that or this. I've heard things about like physical anchors that that you have to like you have to either destroy something or remove something or put something back or what, but it's always something of. Pardon me, miss.
Yes, young man?
Esme.
Yes, I'm trying to be polite. Was there anything here that was of particular like very strong emotional value to you.
The issue for me,
Hmm?
my dear young man, is I love this whole place. Roar of the grease paint, smell of the crowd, however it goes. I love the very fibre of it. And I just can't part with it even in death. I talked to a woman, some years ago. Her name was Hartwell, and she explained it to me. She saw me, like you saw me.
Yeah.
But with the place being closed, she hasn't been able to come see me.
What'd she tell you?
That I don't have any particular unfinished business. I just like to stay here as I did in life and watch the shows, watch the people.
Well,
But
they
you want
have-
to go.
you said you wanted to be with your husband.
One day.
Yeah, miss. You want your husband to come here, or do you want to go away from it to your husband? Because
I
one is
mean-
going to be easier than the other.
I mean, gosh, the lady did talk about maybe conducting a séance if there were enough people that could see, but one day.
I mean, how many do you need for a good seance? We've got 4 here.
Guys,
We can't do a seance. We can't do a seance. You
Guys.
get a Ouija board?
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
guys,
What?
listen.
What?
You know how Sean's really good at like fixing stuff, and Tommy's really good at being posh, and Derek is really good at breaking stuff so that Sean can fix? I've never been more uniquely qualified for a situation in my life. And he reaches into another pocket on the other side, and he pulls out a stack of candles and an entire Ouija board out of the Genko jeans.
Where
You
did
might
your
want to get
This
gas
is my-
ghost made?
This is my jam.
So all of those were just like in your jeans?
Yeah.
How do you function, mate?
Well, I don't run very fast, and they all fall above the knee, so like, it doesn't knock me down. It goes from ass to
Sounds
knee.
good. I think the things needs to be investigated here is you, mate. You and you alone.
Don't
You might want to
don't
tend to
question the origin of the pants, okay? Just
Fine,
accept that I have them.
whatever. Yeah,
What?
You
curse
might want to
pants.
tend to the newcomers in the vestibule first. But yes, I would. I'd love to talk to you further.
Well, I
Or
can't. That's a lot of
newcomers?
them. I can only do one at a time.
Let's, what did it, was
Oh
it
wait, the
Sage?
newcomers are dead.
think-
I can't do anything
Well,
about that.
I can't leave the theatre to go and turn off whatever
That's fine.
lantern is bringing them here.
Yeah, so let's go across the street.
And Derek can do a little B&E.
I can smash that shit, the lantern, whatever that is, into pieces.
And then we'll come back and see if we can't get you reunited with your husband.
Yes, and I would also like to meet anybody else who can see me. I mean that Mrs. Hartwell. She was very nice.
We'll figure it out for you, Miss Esme. Don't worry. We're investigators in this town.
Apparently we are. Oh, right on then. Let's
He's right,
bloody
Sherlock
smash
Holmes.
things.
Yeah, we're gonna make our way across
back.
the street.
Yeah.
You guys think that that she might be talking about Emma's grandmother?
Okay.
Emma's grandmother had a certain reputation for investigating strange phenomena back in the 1960s, particularly.
Mm.
And she used to be the school headmistress before Emma did.
Okay.
And I remember talking about her at some point, but forgive me. Is she still alive?
Yeah.
Or- okay.
Yeah, she just lives in a retirement community a bit further outside the village.
And it shouldn't be that
It's-
hard to get a hold of her. It's my future mother-in-law, so.
Grandmother.
Now,
grandmother-in-law.
first we have to disrupt this doctor business.
Yeah,
No.
so you
Right, so-
guys find was pretty much an open door left open that looks like somebody was just putting the bins out in the alley behind the cigarette shop. And you can just head on upstairs. It's just a musty smelling, sort of down at heel flat. But for some people's living situations, it's probably way, way up there. This place is the Ritz fucking Hilton.
So wait, remind me. We saw a light coming from this place, and now there's a door open, so we can just waltz into the place.
Jamie
No, it's like an
apartment. There's an apartment B, so there's maybe one flimsy door between you and whatever.
Right.
And Jamie, that's where we're going.
If somebody wants to bust out a piece of bent wire, you can be in there in a jiff.
No. I got this. Jamie, crowbar. And he just looks to Jamie expectantly. Crowbar.
I don't have a crowbar. Why would I have a crowbar?
You had a whole bloody Ouija board in there. Give me a crowbar.
Yeah, but it's things that I use that are in my pockets, not things that you need. Why would I use a crowbar? That's crazy.
A pry bar magically appears in your hand from Sean.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean. Someone understands how to do a B&E. And he's just going to take it to the lock and like...
Find yourself in another strange room that looks very much like the projection booth from the Janus Drive-In or the office you found at the orange
Thunder
factory that used to be Pioneer. There are just there's no concept for health and safety here. Cables all around the floor, various computer cabinets that would scrap for a pretty penny.
And this is the same thing that Jess broke, or looks like the same.
On a similar, it looks on a similar vein. But this time it is showing you an image of the past, as opposed to.
I was gonna say Sean, point and I'll break. Smash.
Don't smash anything yet. Don't do it yet. Jess broke something.
Every time I'm gonna smash something, it's like, oh, don't, Derek, don't smash this thing.
No, this isn't.
Don't smash it yet.
This is not about you. This is not about you this time.
Today, all around again. Yesterday, I wanted to smash things. You were like, no, Derek, don't do smashes.
I wasn't there yesterday.
And then you're like, yes, Derek, do the smashes. You know what? I'm going to smash this thing just because I feel like it. I'm going to smash right to him. You're pure spite. Just smashes something.
He crowbars a little computer across the off the side of a desk, along with a mug that says "World's Best Occultist" on it.
Does anything like majorly happen? Does anything major happen?
The computer was on. It sparks.
Derek!
Yeah, but we're not shunted into some like parallel universe or nothing noticeable.
Not that you know.
Nothing noticeable.
It hasn't.
See? We're fine. Bloody hell.
But he didn't bust the actual...
He lights up a new cigarette, puts the crowbar on his shoulder, like, then get on with it.
Right.
Is the light still shining?
Yep. It seems to be positioned from this large tower of a thing that all of the cables seem to go in. That's a bizarre version of a projector that seems to have been smoking steampunk flavored crack.
All I was going to say is that Jess broke something that was very similar to this, and then she disappeared, and we think she went back in time, which matches what's being shown over there. It's showing back in the 1920s. So if you break this, you might go back in time too. Maybe. And she looks to Sean and Jamie like, am I nuts here?
So Sean at this point has already walked by the two of them, grabbing the pry bar from Derek's shoulder as he goes, putting it back in the backpack, and he is down.
Hey! All right.
He is down with the terminal, trying to see if the terminal is still, because you said it was on.
Yeah, that just seems to be another terminal. There's several to choose from.
Well, I'm going to. Is it logged? Is it Okay, so you said it's working. Is it a login prompt or is it actually logged into the
No,
system?
no one seems to have bothered logging it out.
Okay.
There's a very 90s Ghostbusters wallpaper.
There's no 2FA going on here.
No.
Okay.
Yes, pull up
now,
my
now
cell
you've got, I'm not going to
Put
encourage
a
you
log
guys to go
in.
around. I'm not going to go encourage you guys to break into new rackets of going around stealing people's mobile phones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think 2FA is going to be the name of my rap band.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So Sean is attempting to poke around and see what he can find in the system, and he remembers from yesterday the master password of Steed.
Yeah, it is probably another Night Industries, at least OS, that's been co-opted. You find out that this terminal belongs to a guy called Professor Edlon.
Edlum?
Hold on, let me find me notes. But yeah, he seems to be quite the crackpot.
Edelon, okay.
Yeah.
And is there any like
No.
signs of like other life in here?
But you open the fridge and there is a sandwich that seems to be very out of date. That might be intelligent life, if you can figure out a way to communicate with the mold.
Interesting.
It's very bachelor pad come weird science layer in here.
Do I find anything that would link this terminal to the projector?
Yeah, it looks like it's hardwired. There's a huge ass old school data cable connecting the two to it. It looks like you might have stumbled on the primary.
Okay, so I'm going to look for the appropriate software and see what I can find.
Yeah. Go ahead. I take a +2 for remembering the root password.
Okay. We doing Tinker program?
Whatever you fancy.
Then it's going to be Tinker because that's.
It's a Unix system. I know this.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You can push.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was so many dice.
Or you can use your iconic wrench. You can MacGyver it and have another crack.
Everyone knows that hacking is just taking the wrench and pulling on things.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm gonna push.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And I think I will take upset.
Yeah.
Because this is now way too much. I take that after I reroll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is just way too much weird shit
In one weekend.
Robbed.
Wow. Okay.
Rigged.
Jamie, Tommy, as Sean looks more visibly frustrated and upset with this. Is there anything you guys want to do? There is one of the weird crystals is in the center of this rig. It could maybe be dismantled, or you could have a crack at one of the computers if you feel up to it.
I don't have any kind of skill points in tech.
Mhm.
And she asked Sean, "What are you trying to do?"
I actually do fucking have points in tech. Like Derek legit has points in tech and Tinker.
Yeah, but will he notice that Sean's upset, or is he just wanting to smash his
I think out of all of the people here, I think Derek would only notice if Sean's upset because he's like the only person that Derek deeply cares about, mostly because he fixes his
Nice.
bike.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
okay.
Support your friendly neighborhood mechanic.
Yep.
So Derek,
She loves Sean, so
as Sean gets upset and into the realms of terror for Derek of not wanting to fix his motorcycle because
So,
something
Sean.
fucked up. What would you
Sean.
like to do?
Take a break. Here, hold my cigarette. And he puts his cigarette down.
I got one more thing I can try.
Yeah. Hold my cigarette, and I'll help you.
Now he takes out the wrench, and now he's trying percussive maintenance.
Oh my god.
I think that Derek's plan for this was to actually, follow wires and to do it more like a burglar style. Like, how do I circumvent an alarm system? That's what he uses his tinker to. He will just shove his hand into Sean's face and like, yeah, mate, you can do the things. If I can smash, you can smash. Wait up a minute. And he's gonna follow some wires and do shit. Can I do tinker for that shit?
Yeah, sure. With +2, as you saw Sean fail twice.
Before you roll, when Jamie sees Derek start to follow cables, he essentially does the same thing. Can I assist him? I have comprehend. Like I'm trying to figure out where the cables go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get +1 die for that.
Awesome.
That was what I was planning on doing.
2 fucking successes. Derek is on this shit. If it comes to breaking shit in, break is his keyword.
Oh,
break
man.
It's amazing what he can do when he puts his cigarette down.
Yeah, Derek finds a way that with 2 hands, he can move the crystal into shutdown and inspection mode, and then little doors on it open. Is it because you smashed that terminal?
I'll just take my cigarette now, Sean, and you can have at it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You can just literally remove the nasty thing and take it somewhere for safekeeping.
Yep.
Take it, or I'm gonna smash it.
So what happens when he takes the crystal out?
Thank you, Derek.
Unseen to you, across the road, all the people from the 1920s that were getting their tickets checked going into the theatre disappear as if they were never there. But they are watched stage right by Esme, the woman you met. She's still there, still as visible and alive looking as the rest of you.
Never say your buddy Derek wasn't there for you, Sean.
But you hear a strange whispering as the ghost ray closes and the portal between time closes once again. You hear them in your head. You hear "Ill Met by Moonlight" with an eerie chorus, all in one voice. Something comes, a force of nature, of unimaginable power, who controls the liminal, walks the crossroads in moonlight, enshrouded by shadow. And then the camera cuts to a wall attached to the theatre. And I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, but it's a strophalos, or however the Greek goes, a golden sphere maze with lapis lazuli enclosed in the center. You managed to have defeated. Were they ghosts or were they temporal echoes in the grand?
Jesus. She looks at her cigarette. I should cut back on these, maybe.
I'll come take yours any day if you want to hand him over.
She hands it over to him. When she hears the voice, she's like,
Hell
"Oh, no."
yeah. Tommy, you and me, we're good.
She gives him a wink.
Gross.
Shut up, Yemi.
So we saw the projector. We observed the projector shutting down.
Yeah, it's powered down.
And now you have the crystal.
Yep.
You have the crystal, and you can, and as a treat, you can take whatever you want from the unlocked terminal, because I know you will.
Yeah.
You might even, if you had transport, you might even unhook one of the old Night Industry stock terminals and take it. If you had anywhere to put it.
Yeah, we don't. Because silly us, we walked. Yeah, I'm gonna do and.
We have the Jinko jeans.
Jamie looks at it and then looks at the pocket and looks at it, looks in the pocket. No, it won't fit.
You know what? You know what, Sean? You trim up my bike and I'll carry the bloody thing for you.
Oh, you got yourself a deal, mate.
Oh, there we go. Oh, hand it.
Just don't smash, right?
We're first to smashing. I mean, I even got you crystal thingy,
And
just following the cables. Guys, don't none of you know how to break into stuff? Where am I? Only one who's ever done anything? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Derek, I don't know if you've looked around, but we live in the same middle class neighborhood with all the same middle class parents.
Must be fucking the uppity duty. Fantastic for you then.
You live in the same town as us.
I know.
No,
And
we
still-
don't know how to do crimes. The crime
There
rate's
ain't
like
no tracks.
0.001%, and it's you.
You haven't done crime,
Gotta be someone, right?
my love, until you get caught and you're sent to an all-girls boarding school.
I would love to be sent to an all-girls boarding school. Love.
Well, in your case, they would send you
Gross.
to an all-boys. And then you're screwed.
No, Tommy who said I wouldn't love that either.
True.
I'm
The two of
messing
you.
with you. I'm messing with you. I have been caught because I'm too fucking good, and you bloody wankers just can't know how to keep up with the good stuff.
That's true.
As you say that, you see that Sean has already packed everything up and is kind of like leaning against the door frame with it, tapping his foot.
Okay, John. One free tune-up of the Void, I'll carry all this bloody shit for you.
Dale.
No, let's go then.
Okay. So we head out. I would like to go back into the theater.
Yeah, sure. The sort of entrance to the main theatre proper. You see Esme's head poke around the door, as lifelike and regular as you last left her.
Mhm.
Oh, I've nowhere else to go.
She's gonna go over and just touch her on
You
the
can't just
shoulder.
touch people. You can just poke ghosts.
I want to make sure she's actually a ghost.
Yeah, as you get closer, you're sort of like hand passes through her.
Okay, just checking that I wasn't going crazy because you all heard that voice
Yeah.
in your heads, correct?
Yes, that was strange.
You heard it too?
Yes.
Something comes,
Yeah.
a force of nature, and then
Yeah, a lot of words I don't understand.
other stuff that I didn't catch and didn't write down because I was trying to
I
actually
mean-
listen to it.
I'm
Big
not
words.
sure whether it was good or whether it was bad, says Esme. I'm just not sure.
Well, you know,
Mm.
if you want to move on, I think we're happy to try and help you do that. We could try bringing your husband here, but I've heard too many weird stories from across the pond with those Ouija board things. Or if you
I believe that the Ouija board was actually a game for children.
no,
No.
I'm pretty sure at this point Milton Bradley was
I mean,
Infini-corp.
I can go drag a bloke here if you want him to come back. I've seen fairly bloke, just wander off, not taking responsibility for his crimes. But I mean, it seems simpler to just burn this place to the ground. That way, you won't have any...
Whoa.
Well, she won't have anything left to miss, so she can wander off to be with her bloke again.
That's
I get
not
to
how
burn something
ghosts
down.
work. She could,
Oh.
if she's stuck here, she'll be wandering around in rubble.
Yes, I'd rather not be in one of those parking places that you have for your horseless carriages.
Yeah.
Fine, I was
This is
just
a-
thinking of solutions.
And this is a landmark. I don't think we're
Yeah.
suited to be doing ghost purging.
Guys, listen, we'll go contact my future wife. We'll get her grandmother. We'll bring her down here. We'll do the whole thing. It'll
Then
be
maybe
like
Emma can
family
come too.
bonding.
Maybe Emma can come too. Then you can impress her.
Yes.
Yeah.
With my spiritual knowledge of ghosts.
Yeah.
And my bravery and intelligence.
Yeah.
And general
All
good
of those who
looks.
sleep with the teacher, you definitely want to do these things.
You go do a crime.
Bloody hell, mate. Joking. Stop sleeping with your bloody teacher.
I haven't yet. I mean, I'm not. That's not what this is.
Theirs is a deep and sacred love.
Yeah,
that
sure
she just
it is.
doesn't know about yet.
She will.
Listen.
That's kind of what I'm afraid of.
Well, if you've saved the theatre,
All right, I'm
Yes, put on
done.
show.
You're good luck. I'll help you. Whatever you need.
Thanks.
Live with the teacher. Look out. I'm there for you.
Perfect. Esme, we're going to get someone who knows at least as much as I do to help with a seance to help you cross over. And we'll be back.
And upon that, you guys leave back into the familiar streets of Brighton, having yourself a strange experience of both the technological kind and of the occult. So that's it for now.
Hell yeah.
We'll return to Brighton at some point.
Yeah.
I have a whole thing planned for getting Jess back.
Now we
We'll
have a
eventually do
crystal.
that.
Yep.
Two
Now we have
crystals.
two crystals and a ghost. It's a whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. All right, that is it for this episode. If you like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is just like these fine folks over on our Patreon. Link in the description down below. While you're down there in the description, make sure you click on that Discord link. Join us in the Discord. Be a part of the community. Be a part of the conversation. If you're over on the YouTube, click that follow button. Click that subscribe button. Click all the buttons. Click the thumbs up. Add an emoji in the comments so we know that you liked it. And pray to the algorithm gods. But for now, let's do our outroduction so we can get the hell out of here. Do our after show, which you guys can get exclusively on Patreon at the $5 tier. Let's start with our affable GM, Profo. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
I'm El Profo, and you find me wherever El Profos are found. It's called branding, We like to keep a joined up approach to this marketing, and I'm actually back to writing, which is just taken me many months. I sort of had a blip around last September, and it's what I call a creatively fallow period. And actually, this episode of writing was written sort of like I had an idea for it, and it took months to actually develop. It's one of the ones I've had on the back burner for a while. There was actually a plan. Then the plan meets the players, and chaos ensues.
That's true. That's true. Next up, we'll go to everyone's favorite criminal, aka the Fish of Wrighton. Iquin, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
Hello, I'm Iquin. I'm your unfriendly neighborhood punk. I am on the Mastodon. I run the unMadeGaming Mastodon, so I will toot to my delight. I also run Call of Cthulhu games off camera, and I am much more likable than Derek, I promise you. So hang around Mike's Discord and you'll find me.
Hell yeah. Since I've already busted her chops, G, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
Hi, I'm the friendly neighborhood lightning invoker, and you can find me on all things unMadeGaming, modding for the streams, playing in all the Patreon games, which includes Mundus Novus tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Please come back for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. In Age of Always, which is not Patreon, but that's going to be February 15th, I believe, our season finale of that. And the campaign, the Patreon campaign, The Rise, and you'll find me in the Discord all the time.
Hell yeah. And last but definitely not least, Trevor, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple. You can find me here for these Patreon one-shots. I am on the Discord, but I tend to turtle when I have too many other things attracting my attention. So if you want to find me on Discord, probably your best bet is to send me a direct message. and I'll probably see it a lot faster. You can also join me over on my YouTube channel at Vitruvian Meeple, where we are playing a Cypher System fantasy campaign called Echoes of the Undying. We finally got back this week to do episode 5, and I think things are going to really ramp up. That happens every other Monday at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And if we can't get all of us together, then we do fun side campaigns like Cypher System Scooby-Doo or Pathfinder Oops All Goblins. So join us. It's a good time.
Hell freaking yeah. All right, friends, that is it from us. If you have not filled out the end of year survey for Unmade Gaming, there's a couple of posts in the Twitch chat. You can find it in the Discord. You can find it under the YouTube community notes. Go fill that out. It helps the channel be better in the future. With that, we're out of here. We'll see you guys next time. So from all of us to you, bye-bye.
See you later, eh?